Hi dear students, I hope you all are fine at your home as usual. Again I am here with you to teach the rest of the chapter. Before starting a new section, let's recall what we had studied in our previous class. Do you remember what we had studied? Tell me. Yes, correct. We studied about the uprisings of the people against the company rule. Uprisings of the people against the company rule. We already studied that the people's rights, farmers, weavers, tribals put forward their agitation against the company rule. We already studied that the peoples like farmers, weavers, tribals, etc. were put forward their agitation against the company rule. After that, we studied about the uprising, the rebellions against the company rule. The major peoples, the like farmers, weavers, lost their livelihood in their proper place and started the rebellions against the company rule. In the very beginning, in the 19th century onwards, the peasant revolt was started against company rule. Do you remember? Yes. One of the important peasant revolt started in Malabar region, that is Malabar Rebellion or Mappila tenants. The rebellion was initiated, the rebellion was started the Mappila tenants. So this rebellion is known as Mappila Rebellion or Malabar Rebellion. In the same time, not only peasants but also some other groups like tribals, weavers, etc. were also started their rebellion against company rule. We already mentioned about some of the tribal groups in previous class. Do you remember which are the major tribal groups in put forward their rebellion against company rule? Yes, Kohil Singh, Ahmadanagar, Kohil Singh Chota Nagpur, then Kurchia Singh Wayanad, Sandal Singh Rajmahal Hills. After that, we studied about the major tribal groups mentioned about in a textbook, that is Sandal. Sandals were the inhabitants of the Rajmahal Hills in Bengal province. What are the circumstances led by the Sandals for rebellion against the company rule? Yes, because the exploitation of the company rules, company officials and the money lenders. It was the immediate result, it is the immediate cause of the Sandal rebellions. That is the exploitation of the company officials and the money lenders. Not only exploitation in the form of major revenue policy, the high revenue policy was the other important reason for the Sandal rebellion. In that period, in the 19th and 18th and 19th century, a lot of kings and chieftains who lost their power and they started organized another groups for against the company rule. Okay, do you remember any one of the groups names? Yes, Pazhassi Raja in Malabar region. Today we discuss about the rebellions in Kerala. Rebellions in Kerala. One of the important rebellion in Kerala, that is Pazhassi revolts. Okay, the one of the important rebellion, Pazhassi revolt. Rebellions in Kerala. That first one is Pazhassi revolt. Do you know Pazhassi Raja? Who is Pazhassi? Yes, Pazhassi was the king of the Kottayam, North Malabar region. He was the king of the Kottayam, that is North Malabar region. And one of the important rebellion in Kerala history, that is Pazhassi revolt. What is the reason of the Pazhassi revolt? Does anybody know what is the reason? Tell me. Yes, the immediate cause of the Pazhassi revolt, that is the British lifted Pazhassi Raja's right to collecting tax from Kottayam. The British changed the power of Pazhassi Raja's right to collecting tax in Kottayam. This was the immediate cause of the Pazhassi revolt. He was a ruler, he was the king of Kottayam region, but the British did not provide the right to collect tax from Kottayam. This is the immediate reason of the Pazhassi revolt. So Pazhassi went to Wayanad region and he started guerrilla war with the help of Kurichas in Wayanad. So the Pazhassi went to Wayanad region. We already studied that one of the important tribal group, that is Kurichas, the home of the Kurichas, that is Wayanad region. So Pazhassi went to Wayanad and he started guerrilla wars with the help of Kurichas. There are so many leaders like the Talakkal Chandu, Kaideri Ambu, Idachena Kungan, Attan Gurukal were the prominent leaders who fought with help with Pazhassi Raja's revolt. So there are a lot of leaders give their own help to Pazhassi like Talakkal Chandu, Kaideri Ambu, Idachena Kungan, then Attan Gurukal. These were the main leaders who fought with Pazhassi Raja's revolt. Then the end of the war is decline. The end of the war is the Pazhassi Raja's defeat. After the death of Pazhassi, the Pazhassi revolt is ended. One of the important revolt in Malabar region, that is Pazhassi rebellion, and it was the immediate cause of the Pazhassi revolt, that is British lifted the Pazhassi Raja's right to collecting tax. Another important revolt in Kerala, that is anti-British revolt in Travancore. Anti-British revolt in Travancore. The first revolt in Kerala, that is Pazhassi revolt. The second important revolt, that is anti-British revolt in Travancore. Travancore. What is the reason of the main reason of the anti-British revolt in Travancore? Tell me, anybody tell the answer. The revolt, that is the constant intervention of the company, the smooth intervention of the company rule in Veluthambi. That is the immediate cause of the anti-British revolt in Travancore. That is the British revolt in Travancore who led Veluthambi Dalava, the constant intervention of the company rule, hindered the smooth administration of the Dalava. This was the immediate cause of this revolt. So the Veluthambi against the company rule for him to turn against the British. Paliyatachan, the minister of Kochi, extended his assistance to Dalava. One of the important leader in Kochi, he was the minister of Kochi, that is Paliyatachan. He gave the help of Veluthambi Dalava. Dalava called up on the people to fight against the British. However, he was defeated in this British. At the Kundara Proclamation in 1809, the British defeated the Veluthambi's army and the Veluthambi died in that rebellion. These are the main rebellions in Kerala. The first one is Palashi revolt. The next one is anti-British revolt in Travancore. The anti-British revolt in Travancore, the main reason of the rebellion, that is the constant intervention of the company hindered the smooth administration of Dalava. That is the main reason of the anti-British revolt in Travancore. Okay. Next we studied about the first war of independence in 1857. First war of independence. The first war of independence in 1857. Here we already studied that the isolated resistance that occurred in different parts of the country. We already studied that in different parts of the areas in India occurred so many resistance like peasants, tribals were the main leaders. When there were main agitation, their tribals were agitated the company rule. Their struggles against the small rebellions against the company rule. The army of the India, the British India Company, suppressed all the revolts. We already studied the peasant revolts in Malabar region and the tribal revolts in Malabar region. All the revolts are suppressed by the company rule. In 1857, even people who are loyal to the company rule against them, the main soldiers are the main leaders of the company rule. Their condition is very pathetic. The rights after the doctrine of lapse were the main tenets of the revolts. The main leaders of the 1857 revolt, that is Sepoys. The living condition of the Sepoys were very miserable and they lead a hurtful life. Their condition is pathetic conditions. They followed the pathetic condition in India. They get meager wages, prolonged working hours, denying leaves, slaves like under the superior officials and poor quality food. So, the 1857 revolts took place in the Sepoys in Indian armies. Because the Sepoys condition is very miserable. The living condition of the Sepoys were very miserable and they lead a hard life. There are so many pathetic conditions followed by the Sepoys. What are the conditions? Yes, meager wages. Meager wages means they get less amount of wage. They get amount of wage. Prolonged working hours. Long hours of working. They do long hours of working. Slaves like under the company rule. Denying leave. They will get no leaves. They get provide poor quality food, cheaper foods. Okay. These are the main conditions of the sepoys. So, the 1857 revolt was started where? Yes, in the sepoys. Sepoys were the main factor, main people started the first war of independence. Okay. Moreover this, not only this condition, moreover this, there are two important reasons that led them to 1857 revolt. So, we already studied that there are so many isolated resistance are started in different parts of India, like farmers, tribals, where etc. started. So many rebellions in different parts of India, like peasant revolts, Mappila revolts, then tribal revolts, etc. We already studied that. Not only this resistance, not only these isolated events, but also a major event that took place that caused the first war of independence, that is 1857 revolt. What are the reason? The sepoys condition is very pathetic. So, we mentioned about the conditions of sepoys. Okay. Moreover this, there are two reasons that caused the first war of independence. What are the two reasons? All of you listen here. Not only these conditions, not only these pathetic conditions, but also some major two reasons. The first reason that the company supplied a new type of Enfield rifle to the sepoys. A new type of Enfield rifle to the sepoys. There was a rumor that the cartridge to be used with the gun were greased with fat of pigs and cows. The one of the important rumor that the cartridge to be used in this gun were made with fat of pigs and cows. Next rumor that the bread supplies to the sepoys were made of wheat flour mixed with burnt powder. These two rumors were the main reason for the first war of independence. All of you understood? There are so many conditions also, and also some rumors are spread among that the peoples like sepoys. What are the rumors? The first one that the cartridge to be used in this gun were made from the fat of the cows and pigs. The next one is the bread supplied to the sepoys was to be made of wheat flour with burnt powder. So, the rebellion was broke out. Mangal Pandey was the first soldier to protest against the first war of independence. The rebellion was started in where we already learned that is Meerut. Meerut in Delhi. The first war of independence was started in Meerut, and all the soldiers were reached in Delhi and proclaimed the Bahadur Shah II was the emperor of India. Who was Bahadur Shah II? Yes, the last Mughal ruler of India. And the people, the soldiers proclaimed that the ruler of India, that is Bahadur Shah II. The first war of independence started in all the parts of North India like Kanpur, Lucknow, Allahabad, Faizabad, Arak, Jhansi, etc. And all the chieftains, the company, after the company rule, already the chieftains have lost the power. So, all the chieftains also joined the first war of independence. All the peoples joined the company against the first war of independence. So, the peoples like Nana Sahib Tandya Top was led by war in Kanpur region, Jhansi, Rani Lakshmi Bai in Jhansi, Begum Hasrat Mahal in Lucknow. A lot of people started the leadership in different parts of India. At the end, the British suppressed the first war of independence and Bahadur Shah II expelled. They moved to Rangoon. The entire India came under the company rule after the 1857 revolt. In a textbook, page number 33, here you can see the major centers in first war of independence. All of you look at it. Okay? So, all of you take a notebook and draw an outline map of India and mark the centers of first war of independence. Meerut, Delhi, Awadh, Faizabad, Kanpur, Arrah, Jhansi were the major centers of the first war of independence. Okay? Then, in a textbook page number 34, can you see a table? Can you see a table? The first table is the center of the revolt, then leaders. We already mentioned that the centers and its leaders. So, this table is completed. Okay? I just show a chart for you. The reason for the failure of the first war of independence. Okay? These are the main reasons for the failure of the first war of independence. All of you take a notebook and write the question, what are the reasons for the failure of the first war of independence? Okay? Though the revolt was widespread in North India, there was no coordination. The first reason, that is the revolt was widespread in North India, there was no coordination. There was no coordination in that revolt. The second reason, that is the company had all advantages of stronger military power, better weapons and coordination. The company get all the advantages, like they get military power, they get more advanced weapons and coordination, but Indians had no coordination. That is the main reason of the first war of independence. Okay, third point is it failed to ensure mass support. The total people of India get not support in that revolt. That is the northern part of India, that is the main area of the first war of India. In southern part is not get that movement. The next, the English educated Indians were against the revolt. The English educated Indians were against the revolt. They were highly connected to, they were highly sympathetic to Britishers. So, they were not involved in that revolt. The rulers of affluent princely states supported the company. The princely states rulers also the company supported. These are the 5 reasons of the first war of independence. The revolt, the reason for the failure of the first war of independence. All of you take a notebook and write the question. Okay. Today I give a lot of words. The first one is the reason for the failure. The next one is draw an outline map of India, and next one is complete a table. Okay. Okay. In the first war of independence in 1857 brought many administrative changes in India. the British Queen ended the English East India Company in India, rule in India, and they started the direct control, direct administration of Elizabeth Queen. That is the changes in that is the alternate or full changes in the 1857 revolt. That is the Queen Proclamation in 1858, India came under the direct control of the British Queen. Okay, today we successfully completed our third chapter. All of you read well in your textbook. There are so many very important points are included in that last sections. So read well and complete your notebook. Okay, today I wind up our class. In the next class we will discuss a new chapter. Thank you.